Hey, what's up guys? Barbarian Hut is finally back. And if your opponent has any plans to attack, they're going to be rushing right into a horde of barbarians, which will give you a whole bunch of positive elixir trades. This new meta Barbarian Hut deck has some of the best defenses in the game. There's so many log bait decks in Clash Royale, and I hate it. Since I have Royale Delivery and Barb Barrel, I can completely crush every Goblin Barrel player. That's probably why I love the deck so much, but there's a lot of people in the top 200 playing it as well. After the new buff, Barbarian Hut works so well in defensive graveyard decks. So let's go jump straight some games and assert dominance. Subscribe to the channel for a video every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thanks to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. Thanks to Diablo Immortal for sponsoring the video today. Diablo Immortal just had its first major update called Forgotten Nightmares, which added a ton of new content to the game. Once you're level 20, you can start the quest to conquer Castle SirTagCR. Once you clear the castle of unwanted guests, additional rooms will become available for you and your warband members to occupy. Each room has its own variety of unique bonuses. After that, you'll unlock the defensive SirTagCR. If you withstand 8 waves of bloodthirsty demons, you'll receive a ton of rewards and experience. And the Silent Monastery is a brand new dungeon for endgame players. People who are level 60 and above can team up with friends to earn some awesome rewards. And there's a brand new battle pass with over 40 different rewards and challenges. Download Diablo Immortal using the link in the description of the video or in the pinned comment. So jumping into this one against It's Mythic. Hopefully he goes in for the mythical, legendary plays of spamming stuff at the river. You know, the stuff on ladder that you never see. Oh man, it's just one of those things that most people just spam stuff at the river at every single twist and turn, and I'm so used to it, and that's why I think this deck will be successful today. With Royale Delivery, Knight, and Barb Hut, we are bound to get some juicy positive elixir trades when our opponents twist and turn and spam on the wrong side. However, he's going to end up having a Skeleton King, which is literally the worst card for us to play against, and then the second worst thing is the Inferno Dragon because I have no good reset to it. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to Barb Barrel here. He's going to click the ability most likely in like 1 second, and then he's going to get some good value, but none of the skeletons are spawning where he should get them. Wait, only one skeleton, and it didn't even get a hit on my tower. I got the best luck imaginable. 99% of the time, that Skeleton King will spawn like 2 or 3 skeletons on your tower while your tower's focusing the Skeleton King, and those 2 skeletons will do like 500 damage. I got so lucky there, and I love it. Maybe I can go in for Skeleton Dragons. I think I want to go for Skeleton Dragons so we can shut down the giant skeleton and then potentially go in for a graveyard depending on what he does here. He actually whiffed the fireball. That's great. Because then we can go for a Knight and pull that back and then go for a graveyard as soon as the giant skeleton is dead. Without him having fireball and cycle and having no way of stopping the Knight from crossing the river, this is our opportunity to apply a lot of aggression. So you wait for your opponent to make a mistake and then you punish them. And that's how this deck works. I'm also considering going in for a poison because I want to kill the Skeleton King on his side of the map. So he has no opportunity to go in for his 2 elixir graveyard in my face. Okay, great start in this game. Currently up 2,000 damage against another fellow graveyard player, and we'll see what we can make happen. I'm assuming it's graveyard because we saw Arrows and Fireball and Inferno Dragon. It's just a deck that I've seen a lot of before, and it actually used to be one of my main decks in the game. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to go for Royale Delivery and try to time that on top of the Inferno Dragon and also on top of the graveyard skeletons if I can. Unfortunately, he goes in for a fireball and just whisks away all of his offensive potential to try to get some damage. I don't think that was a great play on his end because I think that the Skeleton King will die here if I can get a Knight down. And then obviously if I poison on top of the Tombstone, it's not going to be a reliable answer to my graveyard. Okay, I need a Barb Barrel here probably. Yeah, I'm going to Barb Barrel right now just so I can kill that before he clicks the ability. And we're going to force out extra elixir. Also, if I go for a Barb Hut in the back, that's a pretty good answer to the graveyard. Oh my gosh, wait. The Barb Hut and the Barb Barrel are going to give me value. The Barb Barrel gave me a hit on the tower. Let's go. The tandem team. I don't think he can graveyard here. I really don't think he can. I'm going to Royale Delivery preemptively just in case he decides to continue to spam. I'm not going to let him cross the river. Okay. He's still not crossing the river. I wonder what he's thinking right now because it can't be good thoughts. It can't be happy things. I'm going to go in for a graveyard and a poison because we know that we're able to kill the Tombstone. And then, obviously, with no Skeleton King in sight, he doesn't have a good source of splash damage for the graveyard skeletons that are compiling. Even though we didn't even cross the river and we didn't have a tank for our graveyard, it doesn't matter. Also, Barb Huts for days, baby. Stacking up 3 Barbarians behind our tower means that we're just mitigating the potential of him graveyarding. He knows that we're able to take the tower with just 1 more poison, so we have to hold the door. And I think, what else could you ask for, right? We've got Barbarians spawning every 2 seconds. There's no chance. If you fireball, then we still get Barbarians spawning after you kill the Barb Hut. And that's all she wrote. GG, well played, and peace out. So even if your opponent has Skeleton King, if you play well enough and stack up Barbarian Huts behind your tower, you're probably going to win. That's assuming your opponent doesn't have Bowler Skeleton King. I don't know what to do there. Probably go like opposite lane and try to do some tower trade shenanigans while defending with Royal Delivery and cheap elixir distractions like Barbarian. Super stoked to win that one. Let's bounce on next game. All right, so this guy's going in for a snowball. We'll see what he decides to do. Obviously, snowball isn't that scary to me. I actually welcome that. As long as you're going to end up having a Goblin Giant that goes directly into my Barbarian hut, we're going to be stacking up those good, juicy trades. So the Knight is going to be able to devour the Goblin Giant quite quickly. I think he's going to have a Sparky deck, or he's going to end up having a weird Goblin Giant double Prince deck that is also incredibly strong in the meta right now. Yo, I still don't know what you're running. I can't decipher it yet. I'm going to Graveyard, and you're going to show an Electro Spirit. So this is an interesting... I think this is a very interesting Sparky deck. You're even going to have Earthquake. The Hunter's going to lock onto the tower for at least one hit. We're slowing down the Electro Wizard with the poison. Please, 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 please. Why did you whiff? Okay, you kind of hit the tower a little bit. I mean, I guess it counts, but it was only like a little bit of sliver of damage. We wanted the whole cake, man. Oh, he's just giving me a taste test instead of the whole ice cream cone. Maybe we can go in for a Barbarian hut in the back, or we can go in for a Knight. I think it's better to save the Barbarian hut because we don't know if he's going to go in for a Sparky. Yeah, it's just a little bit safer to sacrifice the Knight. I'm sorry to say that's how we're going to play. I'm going to Barbarian Barrel on the other side, and I'm going to go for Skeleton Dragons as well to force out more Elixir. It's highly unlikely that he just lets this roll through, so he's going to go in for a Dark Prince. He doesn't want to lose this entire tower. So that's a good trade. That's 6 Elixir for 4. It's not the worst thing in the world for us, and we're trying to keep him honest. So he can't just continuously spam all of his Elixir in one side. We're going to go in for a Barbarian hut, and it will spawn Barbarians quick enough to be able to finish off the Goblin Giant. I don't even care if he Earthquakes. That doesn't matter to me. The Barbarians are definitely dead. But here's the secret. The Knight survives the Sparky shot, so you don't have to worry at all. Unless he goes in for some weird tornado and pulls the Knight directly to my tower, we're chilling. Okay, so how am I going to make this work? Dude is going to go for Elite Barbarians. What a wild child. I think we pull both of them with the Hunter and we're fine. The Hunter is not going to die here. It actually takes 3 Elite Barbarian swings to kill it, so that's a great trade. Notice how we fully countered the Elite Barbarian besides that one last hit. I thought it was a fully counter, but that last hit did come through and it bruised me a bit. I'm going to poison on top of the Electro Wizard and get our damage back, especially if we can hit the Dark Prince. Great value. The one thing I hate is the fact that he has Electro Spirit to chain on to all of my Graveyard Skeletons. You're really shaking things up there, bro. You're really shaking things up with the Bridge Fan. I feel a little bit bad, but at the same time, it makes me so happy. Usually, it's giant Graveyard players that do that, and I'm running the Graveyard, but he's the one messing up. Let's go, baby. I'm going to go in for a Hunter here. I can go in for a poised poison on top of the tower, and I think we're going to splash our way to success. That is so much value, guys. Let's freaking go. You know what? I think we can Barbarian and kill the Sparky. I think we can Barbarian and kill the Sparky. Please, 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 please. Let's go. He didn't get the shot. That's incredible. That is so clean. That is pristine. That might have been the best defense you've ever seen. Shutting down that Sparky and annihilating his dreams. He must be so tilted after missing that Earthquake on the bridge. Or maybe he's trying to shake up the bridge and break down the bridge so I can't cross it. Maybe that's the next level strategy that we need to start pursuing. I don't know, guys. Earthquake the bridge. Just a couple more Earthquakes. You need to Earthquake cycle the bridge to the point that it topples down. Okay, I'm going to Bar Barrel here. I think that the Barbarians are going to be fine. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was really bad. I was laughing, and now it turned serious. Okay, I'm in a seriously bad spot. I think I can get a Hunter down. Please? Okay. Okay, I just need a Poison. Poison does enough. It does 288. We walk away with a win. That was super sketchy, and I'm glad to have won that one. I cannot believe the Sparky almost turned that into a disaster in a split second. That's the thing with Sparky. If you take your sight off it just for a little bit of time, that's all it takes for you to lose the game. After beating Sparky, I feel like we're unstoppable, but it was a little bit still too close for comfort. I'm going to go for a Barbarian hut because we see a Valkyrie in the back. Definitely going to go and swerve that, go other side, and now force you to spend more Elixir. Probably a range card that we can poison. Oh, yeah. Executioner is durable. He is a robust Sir that we did not want to see.
Wake him out of your head.
Kind of putting me in a state of misery. If I go for a Hunter and pull the Valkyrie away from the hut, that's going to be great for me. And then I can go in for a Knight. Please let me get a good trade here. Okay, he poisoned. This is extremely, extremely important for me. I need to take advantage of the fact that he doesn't have poison in cycle. So what I'm planning on doing is Skeleton Dragons here. Maybe we can get some value. Oh, he missed the Electro Wizard. Oh, no, 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 you can't do that. I think he lost. This game is over. So the good thing about our deck is if your opponent makes a misplay, you punish them, you take their tower, you assert the dominance, and you make them feel like a fool. He lost his tower completely there, like 500 HP, that's 2 poisons, that's all she wrote. So yeah, all it takes is one mistake and then the game is yours. When that Electro Wizard left our opponent, his chances of winning left too. The punishing potential of Graveyard leaves no room for mistakes for any opponent. You get directly on tower and take the game as soon as they make one mistake. All right, so we got a game against Neo from the Toxic Squad. Well, it makes sense that you're running Logbait. We're able to fully shut that down with the Barbarian, and guess what, guys? We've got ample Logbait answers. I love the fact that we've got Hunter, we've got Royal Delivery, and we've got Barbarian to crucify those Logbait cards. So you guys already guessed it. I'm going to Royal Delivery here, and I'm going to immediately follow up with the Hunter so we can shut down the Valkyrie. There's a high probability that the guy is going to go in for a Goblin Barrel, but it doesn't matter to me because he doesn't have Goblin Gang in Cycle, so now how is he expecting to defend the graveyard? You don't have Goblin Gang in Cycle, you have to go for Log or Princess. And those are cards that aren't going to give you profound counterpush potential and fully shut down the graveyard skeletons. So we caught him in a bad card cycle without the Goblin Gang, we went in for the graveyard in single elixir, and we immediately got 900 damage. That is off to the side, so I'm going to use the Skeleton Dragons to our advantage and get better counterpush potential here, and then Knight. So typically I wouldn't do this, but because I want him to go in for a Goblin Gang and cards that he shouldn't be dropping, I'm going to go in for Skeleton Dragons and force out more elixir from our opponent. I think he loses the entirety of the Valkyrie here, and then he has to go in for a Goblin Gang on defense against the Barbarian HUD. If he goes in for a Princess, you guys already know that 100% is going to get poisoned. If he goes in for another Goblin Barrel, well, we've got double small spells. So there isn't too much to worry about right now. I think he's going to have to go Goblin Gang in the middle. If he goes in for a Tesla, that's also, you know, understandable, but I wonder if the Barbarians hit the Tesla. Oh, they do! Wow! So Tesla does not full counter the HUD. Nothing eats the HUD eats you. Okay, I want to go in for a poison very badly, but I can't. So I'm going to go in for a graveyard, and then I'm going to poison, because it just makes a bit more sense to do it that way. So I'm going to graveyard right now. Even though the Princess is going to give him some value on the Hunter, it's not going to be the end of the world, because we can immediately poison on top of the Goblin Gang. It dies. Beautiful, baby. That is such a clean position for us to be in. By Barbarian, it pulls back the Valkyrie so I don't have to deal with it immediately. And then I can Royal Delivery. Even though I'm going to take damage, the Royal Delivery is going to plop down in front of the tower to give us all the power we need to shut down the Valkyrie. That was a very aggressive play, and it's kind of ballsy to do, but we live life on the edge, and we want to make this Logbait player not feel very happy about this. Maybe he's going to switch decks. One game at a time, we're going to exterminate all of the Logbait players. So you can Hunter here as well, and it should be able to kill all the goblins in one hit. Oh, Hunter, you need to get your aim checked out, bro. You just whiffed one of the goblins that was right in your face, man. Sometimes when you're running Graveyard, you don't even need a tank if you know that they're going to go in for a Goblin Gang, because you can just poison it and get a good trade. So the poison does 288 damage to the tower, and also on top of that, it eviscerates the Goblin Gang, so I just feel pretty comfortable playing like that. Oh, he dropped the Goblin Barrel slightly further back, so that was well played for him to mix it up and mess me up. But poison does exactly enough damage to finish off the tower, and that means the game is ours. So I'm going to use a Royal Delivery on defense against the Goblin Barrel. I don't really feel comfortable doing anything else or necessary to do anything else, so GG, well played and peace out. We just have to wait the 8 seconds for the poison to click down the timer, and then your time is up. GG, man, and it's always fun beating Logbait. When you've got Royal Delivery, Hunter, and Barbarian, the Goblin Barrel is going to be the saddest card in the history of Clash Royale. After completely crushing Logbait, now we're 8,300 in the world. All right, here we go. So we've been playing against Logbait like every single game. I had to cut them all out. They were all wins, but they were really boring and long games. So I don't want to show you guys the same matchup over and over again. Fortunately, we see an Ice Wizard, so that means it's probably not going to be another Logbait deck. Maybe we can go in for a poison here, depending on what's happening. This guy is just going to go and cycle Baby Dragon. All right, so it's going to be Splash Shard. Variety, let's go. Okay, cool. So we're going to be able to kill everything, and then I can go in for a Graveyard because the Skeleton Dragons are going to stay alive. Oh, that was a zap. That was not something I expected. Wait, what? This has got to be a Balloon deck then. I thought this was Graveyard, so there was no way for him to kill the Skeleton Dragons unless he Tornadoed, which would be a terrible play. That would just be way too much elixir for him, so I didn't expect him to do that. It is what it is. I'm going to Royal Delivery with the Hunter so we can make sure that we kill that. If he Tornadoes, I don't even think that does anything. Let's go. I'm not even joking. I was a little bit scared at the end. It's like, that's a little bit too close for comfort near my tower, but it be how it be. I need to go in for a Knight on top of the Ice Wizard and then get better counter push. I'm going to probably go in for Skeleton Dragons as well because he'll go for Baby Dragon, and we want to kill the Baby Dragon with the Skeleton Dragons. We're going to turn you into a Skeleton Dragon, Baby Dragon. How does that make you feel? Oh, he's going to Baby Dragon afterward? Wait, why would he peck at the river? What is he doing? This guy is griefing on a different level right now. No way. The skeleton dragons are thriving high in the sky, while the P.E.K.K.A. is plummeting to an all-time low. And those barbarians are just completely keeping the P.E.K.K.A. at bay and then putting her in dismay where she gets no damage on the bar butt, no damage on my tower. And our opponent's in a terrible position. You know what? We could add one more barbarian to the mix if I really wanted to, but it's not worth it. I'm just going to let the barbarian cross the river and then graveyard and retain my elixir advantage so then I can preemptively poison and then hopefully kill some other stuff too. No, we don't hit the ice lizard. I was hoping he would drop that into that. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It'd be how it be though. I'm going to go for a hunter on top of the baby dragon so we're able to finish that off. And if he goes other side, we've got skeleton dragons. There's a chance he freezes, but then he would be down so much elixir that it wouldn't make sense for me to do that. Ooh, P.E.K.K.A. Okay. This is actually really fun because I can Royal Delivery and completely clean everything up, expect him to go in for a freeze, and then I poison on it and slow down the balloon to the point that it only gets one hit on my tower. You guys might be wondering, how the heck is this possible? Wait, I'm wondering how the heck this is possible. That was 0 hits. I thought for sure he was guaranteed 1 because he deserved 1 hit. He had a P.E.K.K.A. tanking for it. But poison on defense with Hunter and Skeleton Dragons is absolutely and utterly unfair, especially when they'll typically want to have to Fireball on top of the Bar Putt, and then they won't have anything for the Skeleton Dragons. The Skeleton Dragons' damage per second, it is unrivaled. Baby Dragon can't even hope to reach that high of damage. Yo, I'm going to Graveyard Queue one more time. And this is quite possibly the most disgusting and dominant win I have ever had against a Lumberjack Balloon Freeze player. That was way too easy. Only 28 trophies from the W, but now we're 7,300 in the world. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an awesome rest of your day.